Good morning. How you doing?
Great. Ready to leave. Couple vehicles cruising around, looked a little suspicious, and one went up to the neighbors, ended up with the sheriff down there. They got one vehicle stopped. See them now.
Yeah.
It's,
Good thing we noticed.
yeah, because one of the neighbors, he lives a quarter mile off the highway, right through. And I watched him drive all the way up to his place and just look around, and then one guy got out. And, we'll see what they come up with. But
Yeah.
at least they got there to have the car.
So.
Spooky.
Linda, I looked at that stupid thing to see if somebody turned Bluetooth off. I don't even see anything with Bluetooth on it.
Hey, it was just talking.
Yeah, I was just talking a minute ago, so I guess I need to find a book or look up.
Either one. What about the other device
I
behind it?
don't see anything on that either. And I would think it would be on the amplifier unit, not the microphone control. I'll do some look and see until I'm done.
Good morning. Good to have you here. Yes, you didn't, but Mike did yesterday, and it's there at the shop, or it's in my pickup. I was going to bring it back today. Do you need it right now? Did you have a group of guys coming to 10 over there? I think they all got pulled over. Okay. Well, they were making the whole neighborhood feel pretty creepy. They drove past my place, they went up the top of the hill, they turned around, they were looking down at the sheds, and then they went up to the top of the hill at Chad's and went back in there, drove around in his place for a little bit, pulled back down, parked on the side, got out of the vehicle, wandered around. That makes a guy feel a little uncomfortable. Well, I think they're at the casino being checked out. Yeah, because they left and went north, and they found him up the gas station, the casino, or someplace up there. So I don't either. Yeah. So, but it's in that bag's on the driver's side back seat. Back. That's
Morning.
Morning. How's everybody?
Great, about you?
Risk.
Risk. Wait till the weekend, it'll get cold again.
Yeah.
Maybe even snow.
Yeah, they said something about it. They said summer. It's here. This is fine. It's been elsewhere.
It's crazy. As long as it comes back up a little
It's been pretty mild, I have to say.
bit. Yeah, it really has.
Got some wood to knock on here.
Yesterday it was cold.
You got read Mike Taylor's letter.
I do, I haven't read it yet.
My master's is considering one way to lower property taxes would be to help mandate fund the mandated things that the state puts on counties. That's mandated services they require the county to provide. That would be big.
Upstairs for a second.
Good morning. How are you?
Morning.
Right, how are you?
Great.
I've abandoned you.
Okay, yes.
Hey, you know, we'll come down that pizza though.
Oh.
This week, if you want pizza, you're not gonna want me to.
Oh. Go to the meeting with one week ago.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll pass. Let's see on the fourth floor and make it exciting.
I don't think so. Maybe just in the ground and do okay, so.
I didn't figure you'd have any problem out
Is that
Yeah. You bet.
See ya.
See ya.
Morning.
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 Do you have any other reports too?
Thank you.
No, this is fine. It's okay, then you know like a cat. It's fine. It's all Main Street. And,
Had to send you.
Thanks. Well, congratulations.
Go with grandma and me. My daughter and her husband are due in August.
Third, second, first.
They got married last August,
Oh,
and now right around primary, we're gonna have a baby.
Best time to have it.
I said, you two really should have consulted with me on dates.
I wasn't thinking primary, I was thinking budget, but then I'm thinking, we'll have to wait till the election's over too to finalize everything. No. So Garrett's not coming down.
No, she called in sick. So
Oh.
she's gonna come back tomorrow.
Oh, maybe I want to see her.
Seems to be a lot of stuff going around.
Yeah, big time.
Here.
Over there.
I gotta do this before I forget.
So is Lisa Hyman still doing that grant, the grant stuff or something like that? And it's like $54,000 in the hole. It's in the red. It's grant money. To me, we shouldn't be that far in the hole.
And who does she work for?
Tim, would be sure.
All right, I have 9 o'clock, call the meeting to order with pledge. Just in time. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Entertain a motion to accept the agenda as written.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded to accept the agenda as written. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Here's some housekeeping stuff. I thought we had approved this Brian year out for the judicial court.
I don't find anything in the minutes. So I don't know if anything in the minutes, or if we discussed it and then made a motion.
For the Youth Services Second Judicial District, Brooke sent us a letter that Judge Brian Yearout, who is also assigned to the juvenile court docket for key counties within the judicial district, has expressed interest in being appointed as a board of county commissioners chair. And I guess that's for the just the youth services.
Youth services board, they have their own board.
Okay. And he has expressed interest in being the commission chair. Is that as the board of county commissioner chair? Wouldn't they have to elect their own rather than us appointing him chair?
She's just wanting to say it's okay for him to become a member of the board for you guys.
Okay, so not as the chair,
No,
as she has written.
They would have to elect.
Yeah.
Who the chair is. She just wants to know that it's okay for him to be able to run the board for you guys.
He used to be the county attorney's office, right?
Yeah, he's a judge now.
Right, okay. But he was up there once upon a time, that's what I thought.
Okay, so
Are you appointing the board?
appointing him to the board apparently, but like I said, it's written here, has expressed interest in being appointed as a Board of County Commission chair. And I want to make sure that the motion is not to make him chair, just to elect him to the board.
Especially the county commission.
Yeah,
That's
Second.
yeah.
yeah, my place.
So
It's
I would
words, right?
entertain a motion to approve the appointment of Judge Brian Yearout to the Youth Services Second Judicial District Board pursuant to KSA 75704487.
Second.
All right, it's properly moved and seconded to approve Judge Brian Yearout as appointed to the Second Judicial District Board. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Payroll change here for youth services. And I'm sure that that's already budgeted, correct? Okay. Yes, y'all, Mary, I keep asking.
That's good. We want you to.
Right. And has everybody read the letter that I had passed out from Northeast Kansas Multi-Health Department? Okay, they're separating off, to give you a little background on it, I'm sitting on the board, and we hired a new executive director. She started in December, first part of December.
Okay.
The previous administrator had indicated she was going to leave, and so we started searching. We had a conversation that she was an interim, and we just had a conversation on the board, and we thought we needed to, possibly look for some new direction. And since she had indicated she was going to leave, that was time to do it. And so there was some financial difficulties with the home health and hospice. They were pretty much draining the funds, and they just didn't have enough patients to cover their. So we indicated that we're going to probably look at selling them off, and as soon as we did that, as soon as we said that, then all the nurses indicated they were put in their 2 weeks notice, so this had to move along a little quicker than we anticipated. We were going to try and make it a smooth transition, try and get everybody hired on to Amberwell, who is going to look at taking them over, and
So we'll be giving the same service just with a different company?
different company. Amberwell will be taking them over because they're located both in Brown County and Atchison County, and home health and hospice didn't dip down into Jackson County. They said we had enough hospice people here anyway, so they weren't going to come down here.
So maybe it affects them.
Yeah, if somebody requested them, they would come down. So some down in the northern part, they would come down, or on the western part, they would dip into there. But, so that's kind of why the reason behind this is, and it came up pretty sudden and pretty quick, and so I just wanted to give an explanation, and Deanna had sent this out Friday, so I want to make sure that everybody saw this and understood what was going on.
Morning, Joe.
How you doing, guys?
Morning, Scott.
Do we just need to sign these names every time? I need to sign all these.
Yes, been paid out, that's the revenues.
Okay, so all these are good? Okay. Alright. So we got these super vital days, items here that I need to sign. Does anybody want to see these?
I'll tell you.
Do they want to see these? Or just have
I
to
just want
sign?
to look at them, you sign them.
Okay,
I'm just curious.
yeah. I'll go ahead and start getting this signed now, so we've got some time.
So he doesn't pay 27.
Because he finished, I thought it. Marshall, it's just full of Marshall.
That should be 26.
He wasn't, yeah.
So it should be this year.
That's what I think. All the points.
You sign it.
So what she's saying. Time starts in 26, and we still get 5 years worth of things. That have good weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chilly, but sun is out most of the time, so for summer.
I was in the gym.
Oh, basketball.
Basketball tournament here.
Kids do okay?
We went 1 and 2. We didn't do good, but
They had fun.
it was expected this year. Yeah, they had fun too. Yeah, it's good.
My granddaughter had a tournament up here on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
And
I guess there's so many
yeah,
teams
and
there.
so she played at 11, and she played at 3, and then she was supposed to play at 5. And so the team 5, the other team, they went home. So we waited a whole hour, and then 5 o'clock came, and that team had left.
So,
Yeah, they went home.
from the basketball tournament up here?
Yeah. They were from like base or somewhere, but
Uh,
never told anybody,
It
just
is allowed.
left.
Wow. It's bad.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think I'd invite them back.
you might check with Richard. I think Richard's on, is it the end road that goes past Beth and Larry Finsky? I think in there, I'll double check it here. Goes south from 110 to the county line down there. She called and said that it's got a bunch of big holes in it. I did talk to Dwayne Hudd. He was very complimentary. He goes, if Scott needs a recommendation on where to buy some good tractors to use, he says, I can hook him up. He says, that makes way more sense to buy a couple more of those and a couple more of those tractors. He's got some connection in Atlanta, Alabama, someplace. He gets farmer in that John Deere. Got about 3,000 hours on it. Paid $7 grand for it. And he said it's a great tractor, and I don't know how he got connected. He said if you want to know, just reach out to him. Get the information.
We live down there. The smaller tractors all seem like they're very expensive. Then when you start getting the big ones, nobody wants cheap.
Yeah. And these were probably 140 horse tractors. So anyway, he and his son was very complimentary. He said, you know, it has its time of year where it'll be very beneficial.
Yes, it's just one to look
These are,
at. They're
yeah, thank you. I see that.
I'm gonna beat the clock. I said, I'm gonna beat the clock.
That's what I also doing.
Good.
Power got shut off about 2 minutes early.
Yeah, there's a lot.
9:15, what's up, guys? How are you today?
Oh, not bad, I was
Great.
First thing I got is, did you guys make a decision on the cost share for the weed program? We're gonna stay at 25% or we drop to 14? Cover some of the. And
I think dropping to 14 would be fine. I don't see a problem with that, do you?
Say the county got 30,000 a year, if we're
If we
spending.
go off the schedule that you had presented,
Yes.
I don't see a problem with that.
That would be your recommendation.
Yes.
Do we need a motion on that to?
General consensus.
Okay.
Two of the three always sign. So usually sign, post, and all that stuff.
And what's the budget line item for the signs? Are we well within that still? I mean, for
I think it's like 95.
15 or 95, one of them was 15, I thought, so. I don't know, was that? Or was that two? Yeah.
The one that's like 15,000, the other was 95.
Okay, no, that's fine, I have to make sure we're well within budget on that. Okay, so we have a quote here from National Sign for, this just completing your inventory,
Yes,
supplementing your inventory.
that's what we did the first year.
Okay, signs and posts to supplement inventory in the amount of $7,724.50. I'd entertain a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded to approve the purchase of signage material from National Sign for $7,724.50. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign, motion carried.
Real quick too, we were out of post the other day. Matt said we can scrounge for him for a while. So I did go ahead on a separate PO and order a new post. And I'll get them up today. And you see that come across? That's for your sign off sheets. That is.
Okay.
Got notification that our bridge inspections have been completed and he's going to bring all the files and stuff back tomorrow morning at 8:30 and go review this with us on that.
These are the ones that are in question, the ones that,
No. This is our
just your annual bridge
bridge
inspection.
inspections.
Okay, so those are still sitting out there in limbo.
The ones, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's been last 3 emails they haven't responded to. So.
Okay.
I was just heading up for the send button today on the email, and our power got shut off, so that's why you got this in paper again. Finishing last week, out of $1 million clock budget, we've gone through $100,000 already.
In a week.
10 days.
10 days.
10 days. So it goes quick.
I think they pushed a little bit because they had nice weather too.
Yeah,
but-
Yeah.
that's it. There'll be days coming up, yeah.
And they were reporting on W, I think, because I tracked them past me, so. Were they working on W all around?
I think so. Maybe the price.
No, 278 B to W. That's probably it. Okay.
Again, our power's out for 4 hours this morning with the city. We're doing some replacements on some transformers. The bridge over 246 and J2 has been, the government money is open, but it's not. We haven't done the final walkthrough because apparently the contractor didn't follow the plans correctly, so there's something they have to do. I believe it's with guardrails and some tiebacks. But he said it is safe to drive, so there's no concerns there. It's just, they'll have to set a date up and figure out what they're going to have to do to correct the issue and then do the final walkthrough.
Okay.
doesn't have to bring last week they did put a cross tube in on exit 134. It's an oversized rock down to H and 114. Fixed a mud hole over on 310 and W. There's a couple of entrance pipes on B 232 and W 177, and the boom is off, and that's what we're doing on. That's all I have.
Only thing I had a drove college road the other day, and we need to go do some pothole work on there, especially right where the D-Barrow's worker dust control was. Yeah, we need to do that pretty good. There's some further spots in the north too, so. And it's a couple of big ones are right in front of our driveway, so I'm sure you're gonna be hearing about them, so I'll just get them taken care of now.
And then people do realize that the ground being frozen, it's kind of hard to do.
Yeah, no, understand.
Joe, did you have any? Oh, okay. Looked like you were going to say something. Dwayne did say that, even with that device running down the road, they just need to kind of watch that there's some places that don't have gravel on, and so it's bringing up bigger chunks, so they may want to call.
That's kind of why we had the blade run along with them. In case that happens, he can come along and knock them off. And he asked me to go ahead of them and spare find out the bigger potholes.
Yeah.
On that.
On the groomer?
Yeah, we hit 142 road last week from the highway over the W road. I think we spent like 4.5 hours there and got 6 miles done. So we were concerned about being so hard packed. What do we do?
Sure.
It worked all right.
Okay.
And there was somebody on Facebook that was complimenting road improvement, and I can't remember who it was, said they usually complain that this time, they needed to compliment them, and now I can't remember who it was. I read it.
Remember those.
I know, I should have wrote it down.
Everybody thinks.
I'm looking here for Beth, and yeah, it is.
I can't.
It would be in road running
Because they said-
south of 110
said
to
we
the
usually
county line. She just said there were some pretty good sized potholes there. That I'd let you
That's
know.
good.
She's always the one who calls me. She doesn't want to. I'm not.
I think I talked to her before.
She's a nice lady. Her husband used to be a county commissioner in the 70s.
Speaking of W, down by Denison, I don't know if you guys have driven that chip and seal south of 16 highway down to the gravel, about 174. That's bad. So, we talked the other day about going into some of those areas and digging them up and putting rock in and compacting them. And I guess we'll have to see if we want to do a light asphalt layer over them, with a dump truck, or not, or just leave them. But something's got to be done.
In this city, begin the location.
W Road, south of 16 highway down, I think it's 174. Down to the,
Yeah, it's somewhere around there.
it's more toward 170. Between probably 182 and 174 is worse.
Is there anything that you can add with the gravel that will help it
I just have to check.
stay in there better?
But some of those holes we have fixed before with the gravel before we did chip and seal, on that. I remember that, and since then we've actually patched them in with asphalt and stuff, and it just keeps sinking.
I don't know the answer to that is.
And dig out really deep or something, I'm not sure.
I'm not either. That may be one that the guy from LTAP maybe.
I was just thinking that too, same
Give you
thing.
some
Yeah.
guidance on. Maybe they seem to be very helpful. They may be willing to drive up and take a look at it and give you their recommendation. So are you familiar with LTAP?
A little bit.
Yeah, they have staff engineers, and he's really good about just trying to help counties figure out solutions to problems. So.
Yeah, I'd reach out to him and see see if he can come up, take a look, just give some recommendations.
Other than that,
Did you guys give any more thoughts about, that company that come out about that emulsion in asphalt buildings?
yeah, the leveling,
Yeah.
the leveling product.
Right. You guys have any more thoughts on that?
We haven't talked about it much, but if we do that, we're gonna have to see where we can pull funds from. That's just,
Yeah,
I don't know where we're gonna get funds.
I think what I had looked at and what I mentioned was the federal highway money that we get. There's typically about $500,000 that comes out of that. It comes
But Chrissy had thoughts on that, but
Yeah, doesn't that
she
go into the?
told me about
special city and highway.
The revenue that we get in, when we do the budget, we consider that in our budget. So the revenue that we're pulling in is already accounted for within the budget funds.
Okay.
So we really don't want to spend the revenue.
So it's not like it's extra money.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't think it was extra money, but we're budgeting it into
it's
what?
budgeted into the income that we're expecting to receive for the year to cover.
Right, I see that special highway 572-316.
Yeah, and that's what we're expecting to use to cover what we budgeted. So we're already proposing to use that money down here in the budget.
It's figured in road and bridges budget.
So it's already being spent in another line item.
Yes.
Well, I guess let's have a conversation about it. If we're gonna do it, I'd like to have at least 3 miles of it done, 180,000 in 3 different areas.
Did we want to go over to Platte City and visit with them, or try to set something? I talked about that they had been doing that for a while. That's something you guys want to do.
I would like to see it and talk to someone who's actually used it before we jump in and say, yeah, let's do it.
Next couple of weeks.
I'll leave that up to you. I don't need to see it. I think it'd be important for you guys to take a look at it, but
Your schedule open here in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I believe so. Let me double check here. Uh, 28, I'll be in Peach for local government days. I'm fairly open for the next 3 weeks, actually.
Okay.
So see if you can set a tentative date up, let me know, and then we'll go from there. All right?
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep.
Now this Friday I'm out, but.
Yep.
Okay. Let's just do that, tentative schedule date, and let me know.
Okay.
What's that?
Anything from you?
No, I think you guys are doing a great job on this.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Just, I don't know what kind of dates, we've got a couple folks who we having some surgeries here, one probably tomorrow, gallbladder, one on the shoulder, 3 seconds.
Able to cover them, okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.
Jamie Doty called and would like to be added to the agenda for Vanderbilt. I told her that 10 o'clock.
That's what I was gonna talk about, so. I gave, one up there, gave her the letter, this, so. The draft.
Okay, entertain a motion to approve, amend the agenda to add Jamie Doty at 10 o'clock.
So moved.
Second. It's probably moved second to add Jamie Doty at 10 o'clock. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. One question, so just an engineering plan, would the engineer have to put their stamp on that?
Yeah. Put it on their stamp. Engineer approved.
Engineer approval and stamp, yeah, I mean, whatever it's gonna take, however that is.
I think that's a question.
Yeah.
When we did discretionary days, are you taking all discretionary days away? I was asked about the discretionary days for anyone that had over 800 hours sick pay, if we were gonna keep that or not. We had given an extra discretionary day at one point for the people that were carrying over 800.
I think discretionary day was taken out completely.
That's what I
believe
thought,
that was our
but I
discussion.
wanted to double check.
Yeah, no, I think that was a discussion, discretionary day was gone completely, and then it would still float out here that we could use we could use if we needed to for.
Yeah, we could give it.
Well, I told them it was all discretionary time as well.
Yes.
I just wanted
So
to make sure.
anybody over what hours?
Well, we had like 3 of them that had over 800 hours sick time, that at one time they had given them extra discretionary days since they were using their sick time.
Yeah, no, I don't believe so.
Okay, that's what it said.
You want an approval of this letter?
Well, that's, I think, what maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Doug's gonna come down and talk. Because I went up and took one up to give to Kate, she's facing appeals all day. We're all waiting for all a year, I don't know. So,
Okay.
Joe's last name.
Go ahead.
have another question. Did you want me to encumber, you had said something about one time on the, like the schools encumbered for the special parks and rec. Do you want me to encumber all that so you know what's spent?
Oh,
Oh, for
for appropriations? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's nice to know what's encumbered out of that.
And if we need to, there was talk that we were gonna try and, one of them had asked for an increase. I would go ahead and encumber the amount that they had last year, and then we can discuss if we need to increase that, because, it's never been increased since I've been on here. Has it been increased since you've been on here?
What we've given the schools, you mean for like
For
prom
like
and stuff?
post-prom, or the Parks and Rec, the ball associations or anything, I didn't know if that had ever been raised.
Yeah, it has.
Okay,
Yeah, and then the coalition of kids who
yeah.
there and all that, that's been raised. I know.
And I know that when they were in here, they were talking about possibly asking for a little bit more, but I would encumber the amount that they have always received, and then when the time comes, we can talk about if we need to, or anybody requests it, then we can do it that way. Okay? Answer your question? Got any more?
Let me sit here a while, I think it's important. I didn't get all my notes from there.
All right.
So 4% has $221,000 in it, so that's about December's money in January.
4%, that's how much?
$221,790.
If we moved,
I think I gave you a report.
on what?
451 would be the report number. You don't have that?
Oh, yeah. Well, but then it doesn't show. Doesn't show that amount on there, what you have. It just shows that monthly
Okay, this is
expense,
as of the end of the month.
all it's showing.
It was
And
at
payment
current checking
amount?
account cash of 221, 794.
I know it is. So,
Is that it?
221, 7,
228.
94, ending cash
It's a
balance.
little bit different.
I have 228.
She has 220, he has 228.
So I'm sure we'll give them an updated copy.
Okay, because there was $6,811 came out of it, so that would bring.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. Right, something they paid.
It says an expenditure of $6,801.11.
Out of the 0.4%.
Yeah.
I didn't think we used that until we used our budget money. It shouldn't be. We would use
Well,
it.
0.4% is where we're using rock over W, right?
That should already be set aside
I've encumbered 69,817.
To finish.
Is W.
to finish W. Okay.
You want to know what the expenditure was?
Yeah, there was $6,811 came out.
I think it'll be fine down there.
So it's probably something she paid on 15.
It's mid-states and Ham.
It stays in there.
It was in Blue Moon.
But I didn't think they were putting any gravel up there on W right now.
This
So if
isn't,
that's the
this
case-
isn't out of the W road fund, it's just out of the 451. we're spending out of the 4%.
Shouldn't be. So, I mean, what we've always in the past done is spent down our budget money, let that 4% build till they get down to within 75,000, and then start moving over to that, because it takes a while to build up.
So did they have those bills marked that way then, or
They
who
have
would
to
have,
look, that's why I bring this up, we'll have to look and
who
see.
would have marked it to come in at 451?
Well, it would have been Jennifer or Mary. So,
And then the money that was moved in the transfers, it was money moved into gravel,
we put 500,000 into gravel.
but that doesn't show on this.
No,
That would be an additional,
because it's in the outlay.
it's in the cap outlay, so.
I thought that was a wise move, since we had got a lot of it, and put that back in here.
Yeah. But that may be some of that money could be used.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
do these remodels of about 180,000.
You have some teeth.
Yes.
Thank you.
I got a question for you. Would you, I got a call from David Powell's last week after the meeting about the hospital.
I did too. I did not sign off on what he wanted me to because I am not the one making those decisions.
And it's state rules that came about in play for the not being able to take start date
The state has to have a 90-day,
That's why
window.
if ours is passed in
that's what I
August,
want to do ours on the primary.
that's what I told somebody. I said, that's just how it works. I said,
And
We gave him the state lady's contact and told him to contact her for the correct information.
so they won't get it for 90 days.
And so, we are not, and I think David was under the impression that we were the ones that are doing this, and the county is completely out of this. It's that we're just a
dispersing
conduit.
the money.
Yeah, we're just a
We're the
conduit.
middleman.
Yeah, that's what I told you, we're a conduit.
And then we send it back to them.
Yes.
That's all we do.
And the collection won't start until April 1st now because we have the 90-day window, and then they have to have a 30-day window from the state to give to the city.
You might explain to David that it's the same thing that all fire departments and cemetery districts, we collect it and send it to them.
That's what I said, it's just like for schools and everything, it comes to us and then
County knows.
We
We gotta figure it out.
we just dump it straight on
In
through.
between person, yeah.
So, okay, thank you.
And actually, don't the businesses all get notified from the state when they start collecting? I mean, because the paper said some people have already collected it.
Yeah, you're supposed to check a website, I guess, if
Okay.
you're a business owner. I don't know. And
We always got a notification.
yeah,
that
we
the
asked
tax was
them. We
going
asked
up.
them directly if there was going to be something sent in the mail, and they said no. That it's your responsibility to check the state website.
Oh, okay.
Well, then they
Because used
changed
to send
that.
So they put, I guess they put out like a quarterly news release of what's being changed.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. I don't do the taxes of our business, so I have no idea.
Yeah, they changed that then since we had the store because we always got a notification that sales tax is going up and it's going up on this date by this amount.
Point of sale people do that usually? As a, computer or whatever? Or-
No, because they don't know. I had to go in and manually increase. Doug, you had to go in and manually increase it. Now, the bigger entities who have all the satellite dishes on your, yeah, sure, they do, but for me, I had to go in and do it manually.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm sure your Walmarts and your Kmarts and your part of, well, not Kmarts.
So someone must have just took it for granted and went in and did it.
Well, so the legal notices and stuff said January 1st.
I got it.
Yeah,
Everything said January 1st.
that's what I was under the
And so
impression
we
it was.
reported it as January 1st.
Yep.
And when it was discovered that, hey, they do that time frame, I guess no one really was publicizing that. Nobody really let people know that.
Right.
And so people were like, well, it was told January 1st. It was mainly just between, Scott Foster called us.
Yeah.
And when you have when you're selling a car,
Right.
a 0.25% sales tax
Makes a difference.
makes a big difference.
It does.
he was, but as a recorder, we hadn't changed it yet.
I got you.
So,
Yeah.
it
Like
just
I say, I was
depends on
still
what
under the
kind of-
impression that it was January 1st. because,
Right.
I would have been there too, I was collecting
Right.
myself, so.
Right.
It's usually in the November ones, they don't. All of them, don't, so. April.
Yeah.
So-
So that's why,
Yeah.
because of the 90 day and then the 30 day.
The state will give their money.
Yeah,
They'll
they
let you
get
get it.
Because if you don't collect it, then they're gonna be coming after you for not
Oh,
collecting.
yeah, they're gonna calculate, and they're gonna say you owe us this, so.
Yes.
That also.
It's the same thing with taxes. It's like, they know what I owe you, or you may give me, just do it.
It's, I mean, I understand it's there in case somebody does something.
That may be something that we could use.
The bills were coded 451, they were December bills. Since we're not paying prior year, they should be for the bridge for replacement, so
Okay.
we'll fix that.
Thank you.
So, in the county, did you ever ask Amanda or anybody with that $25,000?
So I will ask. I almost think we have to have it sitting there for vehicle.
But she's
I
got
got
it,
it.
Well,
but she's got it transportation.
There was two different funds, there was one for AAA or something, under
That's
the
what this
elderly
was.
services,
Yeah.
and then a vehicle fund under elderly services from the county.
Because the vehicle fund's always, the transportation one's out there by itself.
Let me see if she's there, I'll just ask her.
I just don't get the $25,000.
Yeah, and it just sits there.
Hey, Judy, I left it there.
That's it.
That's just.
And it seems to me that Dan has some explanation on that, that was for AAA, I don't know.
We can, yeah.
Christie.
We got $250 million in
All right,
economic
thanks.
development. We don't have a board, we don't have anything, we
Yeah.
don't do anything. That may be some money. I always go back to better roads, make one of the best ways to the economic development. And Scott was made aware of the capital outlay change. They're just gonna have to budget that over the year.
We really have to always put some credits.
Will you please move that up to the bridge? It's 6,018 rather than 11. No, just hop in on your check. Yeah. All right, thank you. Bye. Okay, Aaron will fix that, so I'll be taken care of. Well, hello. How are ya? I'm good. I just had a question. Okay, in capital outlay, we have a line item that's on Kansas AAA transportation. There's $25,000 in there. And that's something that you have to have. Okay. Okay, you think it's public transportation? Okay.
What I'm gonna add up,
Okay,
all of the,
they were asking about it.
what we have in capital outlay, gravel,
Okay,
what we have budgeted, and what we move, and where 4% money is for the year. We're at 2,700,000
okay.
gravel.
I'll just tell you.
I
What did, and I'd like to know what we spent last year for gravel. You can,
Okay, she said she thinks it's public transportation, and that her director set it up with the commissioners at some point.
But they don't do public transportation anymore.
I would say, unless there's something else that they haven't set up for.
can you give me a number of what we spent last year for gravel? But out of that gravel, we made a line item for chip and seal and everything else now, right?
We have
Did we do
asphalt, paving, and chip and seal.
Now we do.
It's all line item itself.
Yeah,
These numbers were
that's,
just gravel.
yeah. So, but did we set that up this year or last year is what I'm saying?
Last year.
We did it last year for the budget, right? Okay, I thought that's what it was. Thank you. You know, Aaron's down in Mesquite, you know.
Because probably they have callers and fix it.
thanks, these reports that you put out, this is perfect. It's just the right amount of information.
You don't want all the details in it.
I don't want to, yeah, this was perfect. Because I'm gonna meet with Road and Bridge on Thursday morning, and I want to go over some of these numbers and just encourage them how they need to make this work all year.
Did you make note to add that 6811 back in to your rock limit? Or do you want to?
68.
That was taken out of that.
So we'll change that into,
Oh, 6,811. Now, I will let them, they don't need that. I mean, they'll know. It'll be there.
So that should be an elevation certificate. That should be zoning compliance application.
But I did make a note to make sure that they're putting the correct
County floodplain permit and a
fund on there.
they just need to remember, we don't do prior.
Because they have to apply for a
Anything
floodplain
they're
permit
gonna
and
that they don't
It's
see.
gonna be
Okay.
this year.
here's the, I mean, I just left that down.
Yeah.
We changed that last year
Right.
too.
Yes.
Yep.
That's all.
And so,
Howdy.
Scott, have a
I
copy.
don't think I have
Those
any
reports.
report yet.
You just correct me on all mistakes I made, so that's great.
Well, Kate has the fields all day, so do you guys have anything?
I don't think so.
She had a busy full day and he brought that up, so we went over it and then I just brought it back down to him with the changes.
I was gonna say Kate's seen this,
Yeah, that's.
Kate did see this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she looked at it and made a couple of changes on it, just
There's-
wording essentially.
Yeah, there's some editing changes, but it's not material things, so you guys have seen it. That was the only thing I had, so.
You got it.
Thank you.
So if you guys are okay with that, the changes are occurred, so.
Sure.
Did you sign? You want to make a copy of this, or?
The changes.
Yeah.
Here's my report. So the first one is Road and Bridge and the second one is the first.
So that's what we spent.
So, this elderly report, here's elderly, those are negative, were you using transfer, did you not transfer?
That might be what she spent this time. Yeah, we were zeroed out at the end of the year.
Oh, okay, so that's from what I got you, sorry, because you just ran this, I got you. So this is what was spent, wrong?
Yes. I'd like your report if I can get it to work, but I can't.
I got you.
Try to smack it.
Talking about throwing it out the door.
Okay. It's worth a try.
My calculations.
Yeah.
We're gonna get about this with those funds, so.
So I thought that he had provided the elevation map previously.
Well, I think that's gonna be,
And it was one
yeah, just like a,
area.
you can get online or you can get it from.
Yeah, but so if
That's,
it's
I
not,
think that does the trick. I think you can just print out the.
yeah, well, I agree, but what you had there, it will not be sufficient to provide an elevation map.
Yeah.
When they crossed out that certificate there, which
And that's it, we have no projects.
Yeah, that
Right,
might be.
which is good.
that doesn't make
I
sense,
think it's gonna.
because he provided a map previously And in the previous sentence, you said a fully completed elevation certificate on the required form, that's what's required, but then we crossed that out down below and said that elevation certificate will not be sufficient.
Yeah, I didn't, maybe they're,
So I don't know if they misread that sentence or what, because,
maybe it's better to say you have previously provided an elevation map. Did I didn't say it would not be sufficient. Maybe you just say,
well, I'm trying to understand their thinking on that, because if it says will not be sufficient to provide an elevation certificate when the sentence previously you said that we have to have an elevation certificate, it doesn't make sense.
yeah,
So maybe we better get Jamie back there and ask what their thinking on that is, because that doesn't make any sense to me.
okay,
Okay?
yeah.
See where I'm coming from on that? It doesn't make any sense that we're asking in the previous sentence before the
Oh, yeah,
elevation
and then we
certificate.
turn
Turn
around
around
and
and say
say,
it's not sufficient.
right, that's right.
I'm sorry, I don't know anyone's number anymore. Could Jamie come back on, please? Thanks.
So I just want to get that clarified.
I would probably say just as a structural thing that I'm trying to talk all about the county floodplain in the first, the second paragraph, so I probably should. County floodplain into that paragraph, say annual meeting.
What they put down below in that third
Yeah.
paragraph.
And
Okay.
then talk about the compliance application. So compliance application.
Okay.
In the next paragraph.
So I just want to make sure we have all our ducks in a row before we send this out. Hi, Jamie. Sorry, I just had a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the letter here, in the second paragraph, you guys crossed out map and put certificate. It says it will not be sufficient to provide an elevation certificate, where in the previous sentence we said you will need to provide an original and fully completed elevation certificate. Because previously, when he first sent this stuff in, he provided an elevation map, and that was all he provided. And that's why he said, that's why Todd stated that there will not be
And
sufficient.
she probably just read it wrong. I
Okay.
can find out from Kate. She probably just read that as because they have to have the elevation certificate
Yes.
is required.
So that I just want to make sure we got this
Yeah.
all straight before we send it out, because we're contradicting ourselves in two
Yeah.
sentences.
I'll
So-
ask her in between. Well, her next people are waiting, and she's still
Okay.
with her previous person. So
I mean, I'm
I'll ask her
guessing
that.
you just misread because,
I think so,
okay,
because she like glanced through it, and then we went over it, and
sure.
I'm sure that
And I'm sure she's in a hurry and not
yeah.
pretty stressed because of all this, so. Okay. That would be my guess, is my recommendation would just be to go ahead and put that sentence back the way that it was.
Yeah. I'll ask her. How late are you here?
Probably another 10 minutes.
Okay. Well,
So
she can
that's-
just email you.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, if
I'm
you could
sure.
just email him and let him know, I would
Yeah.
appreciate that.
If
Because
she
I want to
has-
make sure everything's, getting tired of this one,
Yeah.
you know.
Just get it done.
Yeah, get it done, let's get it over with.
Yep. I'm sure that that's what
Okay.
that. It should probably be math on that.
Yeah, I got that, you can take that back.
Yeah. I'll give you a copy of it. Thank you.
All right,
That's it.
thanks, Jamie, I appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay. Has everybody read their minutes from the 12th? Scott, Todd, do you have anything else?
Well, just updates, just I haven't seen anything back from Triberg's feds about the letter.
Well, Scott indicated he hadn't had any response back in his last 3 emails either.
Yeah, I guess it was just kind of sweeping up. The county attorney had asked about that ethics complaint, and the insurance company responded to that. So I reach out to them, but I don't think that's something that covers, so I'm sure that's probably right. They haven't contacted me either about that, so. That's it, unless you guys got anything that's burning up.
Nothing on Cooper front or anything else other than that email we got last week. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, I don't know what happened to the Tribe's Cora.
Cooper's handling that.
Yeah, Cooper's got that.
Maybe he needs pushed a little.
Well, he gave you, yeah, it took him a while to get back on the one. Another one that was, I don't think we're very interested in, that's the sheriff's.
Yeah.
Not the,
That one was supposed to be in court here in January, right? Well,
Will it? Yeah, he's got kind of the anti-slap motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, and I'm assuming they'll prevail on that. You never know.
Okay.
All right.
I don't have anything else, guys. You got anything else?
I'm looking through notes now. Thank you.
All right. See you next week.
Bet I'm not. The usual visit, please. She doesn't get along.
Something else.
Well, I had talked to Keith, developmental services, we do not have a contract with them. We didn't have one last year, but we still use their services, so
And
that
that-
was one of the contracts.
And I thought Scott was interested in ending that
That's what I thought.
road bridge, but the only place they still do anything is that, do they do something for Amanda?
I think so.
Okay.
Just weed and river bridge, so there's a-
Yeah, I thought Scott was interested in ending it out there.
Because they weren't doing what they're supposed to, and nobody was holding them accountable.
Right.
so, you want to send them a letter, or what do you want
Well, I would say if Scott wants to end the relationship with them, then it would be up to him to send them the letter for his department. That would be my opinion.
to do? Do I need to just send Scott an email,
I
asking or call him?
I'll put it on my notes, we'll have a conversation on Thursday, and that way he can get an email sent to him and make sure that that's done.
The hearing's February 2nd.
When?
2nd.
Oh, okay. February 2nd?
Yep, 2nd.
Yeah, I was thinking it was Monday when we were here. It's in an afternoon, right?
Yeah, I didn't say.
So I need to take this.
Yep. We'll be in recess. No, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
no, that's great. All right, we'll be back in.
Are we meeting in this room tonight or across the hall?
I think we're gonna meet across the hall with the number of townships that we have. We don't know how many people are coming, so. Did we state in the letters Memorial Hall, or did we just state the courthouse? Okay, perfect. Great.
Website, I think the Facebook page said.
You ready to make a person? Have you heard from anybody inquiries?
Beth and Larry and Brent Morris. And a lot of them, we tried to call, they don't have a phone number, so they have to stand anymore, so.
No, I got you. I just didn't know if anybody inquired to you. Okay. Did you get all the deeds sent out?
Yeah, there's one left, you just gotta pick it up, I guess.
Nice.
Not my problem. You have to get it, and then you get it.
Got rid of my nuts.
Before you slip out, I have one question.
Okay. I have several answers.
All right, that's what I want to hear. Let's, okay. And if you would step around, pop this out here, so you take all this. this last week. So this is the one for the sheriff's office. Or those folks where that is. But why is this? Everybody's in here is civil. Is that just a typo or is that the way that should be answered? Because everything in there is just sitting on
Yeah, that's probably it.
Okay. Because like I said, every place in here is not some county anywhere it says city. Even further down in the bottom where it's.
Sitting here by the winds. That's interesting.
So is that
For
wrong?
jury,
I would guess, or not?
not really.
Okay,
You can amend your answer before a certain point.
okay. Well, then
I
that's,
just, I mean,
and I'm sure that there's a form letter for, right?
well, I mean, in this case, I don't know why we would have, I mean, you've got to go through each line item and amend or deny it. So at a certain point, I mean, it's probably paralegals, somebody and I don't know if you watched the news, but he was caught up in that AI.
I'm good. How are you
federal court. Cooper. He was local counsel to a group that filed pleading using AI that cited big authorities as a good sanction. The guy, I mean, he's local counsel, so he's supposed to just kind of sign off on
What
things.
time
But
would you
he's technically still responsible for things filed in that.
So how does that, I mean, affect us? Is he just, should we be looking for somebody different, or?
I don't think so.
do it?
I mean, first of all, I don't know that we have a lot to say.
I guess you're right.
In some
It's
respects,
insurance.
yeah. I'll wait to see I've been watching it kind of from a distance. I'm going to wait to see what the court says about it, because the court hasn't kind of said, okay, I mean, the guy has fallen on the sword. He was
All right,
Texas,
thank you.
whatever.
You're fine, thank you.
And
Bye-bye.
so, yeah, so that there might be, she might say, the judge might say, this is understandable because of whatever, and just the guy's going to get punished for it. Well, I know she may say, you know, your local counsel, you should be checking all of this. And that would, I hope that would not affect other cases. You want it.
Yeah.
Just do remember sometimes.
Okay. All right, well, like I say, that's a,
And that's another one. I think that's a county, is that a county case?
yeah, that's the one that you
Well,
said.
no, is it in,
Oh,
not federal court, is it?
well, I don't know.
It's top of the page there.
Nope, district court.
So. I'm
Okay.
aware of that one.
All right, well, like I say, I read that last week and I forgot about it, so I don't know, I didn't know.
Hate to do that. For the grace of God, go I, you know.
Yeah, oh no. No, I understand that.
Not me.
All right. Thanks, sir.
Betcha.
Yes, I've heard that.
All right, I'd entertain a motion, is there any corrections? Okay, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes of January 12th, 2026.
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded to approve the minutes of January 12th, 2026. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Me again.
I'm waiting. I knew. That's why I didn't say anything. I was waiting.
Did you guys want to do anything with that 25,000 and outlay that is the transportation?
So she doesn't know why it's there either.
She said that she believes years ago that was something set up with her boss, Mary Wilson, and the commissioners, but we don't have public transportation.
No, but now we have for years.
I would say just move it to the commissioners fund, and if we want to use it somewhere else, we could do that, but that's just my thoughts. You guys tell me what you're thinking. You have a particular place you want it to go. I mean, chip and seal, the dust control, those are always right kind of to the edge, but
Yeah, and we budgeted this year for what they cost us last year rather than being way under like we were this year. So, no, I'd say that's fine. In my opinion, let's go ahead and do that.
Linda thoughts,
Yeah, no, commissioner be fine, and if we need to do something,
it can be moved.
Do
It
something,
could be
move
it
around.
could be moved around.
And then that line item will be eliminated.
You got rid of another.
Because I don't think that didn't make sense to do that. And the economic development one.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that one too.
That,
I think that's back when we had maybe John.
Right, that's been.
It's been 10 years ago. Is that something that you want to move somewhere else?
Well, it depends if we don't think we're gonna use that, because we've been budgeting money for that on an annual basis. So if we're not gonna utilize that, yeah, let's move it somewhere, and then when we do budget this year, let's eliminate that from the budget. You know, what
Is that on the first page?
we're budgeting on an annual basis for that.
we did budget for economic development?
I don't think we did this last year.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Yeah, I didn't think we did budget for economic development. I thought that was just rolled over here. I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken.
No, we did not budget for 26.
Okay, so my only thought on that would be, if we have someone come in, a business wants to come into the county or anything, do we pull out of there if they're asking for anything specific, or?
I guess I'd have to understand how we could, without a program set up, how could we legally give, or how could we give any particular business anything if we don't have any kind of incentive?
Well, no, I'm
program
not
set up?
talking about necessarily giving them anything, but if, say, what's her name, Denver, right down the road from you. Yes. Say they would ask to, hey, could we blacktop the road 100 feet up to their driveway, something like that. I mean, I don't know if that's if it's something like that. See what I'm saying? I don't know.
I do, but I think I understand what you're saying, but I think we'd have a hard time justifying that with any other business. And
Right. And yeah, but that you see where I'm coming from. If we have that fund sitting
to
there.
me, an economic development might be assisting a water district with, if we knew that we had a dairy coming in that was going to produce X number of dollars, we could improve a water line extension or something like that
Yeah.
to help, but it's going to help everybody's flow.
Yeah, along the route.
But
Or use that for, somebody wants to come in or have a grant written for economic development. I don't know if we could do it that way as far as, I mean, I hate to do away with the economic development fund and just throw it into county general or throw it into commission. I know that it's a lot of money, $275,000, but I don't know that it's it would be a wise move just to get rid of it and throw it back into county general. I don't know. That's my thoughts.
What if you put it in risk management?
That's what I was.
Well, even that, I mean, do we have different earmarks under risk management?
I can make whatever you want, because I was gonna ask also, health insurance under risk management, I was gonna put 500,000 earmarked there. That's what we've had it at. And I'm kinda concerned about next year.
Increasing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, if we can make a different line item under risk management so that it's all in there and we can move funds around as we need them, but
But once it's moved into risk management, if we decide that we want to use it for something else, do we have the authority to move it back out of risk management into something else? Just because I know that there are some accounts where you move it, you can't move it out of.
I think that was why we were advised to put it into a risk management fund for those specific reasons. But we could move it around and move it in and out of there. I mean, like I say, I'm
Does risk management has, I don't think, is it over here,
1.8,
1.8? It's a pretty healthy chunk.
we moved some money into risk management too from
that, outlay.
It's got a
outlay. Yeah.
$1,886,707.
So that's the number.
$1,886,000. Or I guess we can just let it sit there.
I mean, it's not hard to be something,
Something comes up.
That's my only
We can let it set, then the end of the year comes and it's still sitting there and then at that point we can decide that we just want to move it or something.
I think I can move up my transfers for 27.
I think I'd rather do that for the time being, and then let's think about it,
Yeah,
and then when we're doing budget, we can choose to eliminate it.
Okay.
And move it wherever we want to.
right.
Maybe that'll give us a little better idea where we're at
Right, so it
the
comes up.
next
We
3
better,
months.
So I'm just gonna move the 25,000 to the commissioners.
Okay. To where?
Commissioners outlay.
Thank you.
Guess I don't remember looking at this. Elderly bus replacement. What is that?
that's transportation.
Or
With $103,000 in it?
That's for vehicles.
For Amanda's vehicles?
For
Yes.
Dan's, yeah.
How many vans does she have?
Those two
She's-
issues going on.
Yeah,
That's
that's why,
a chunk there.
that's why it didn't make sense to me to have that $25,000 sitting out there.
Well, she doesn't run full-size vans, does she?
No.
Okay.
But she's very sparing with her money.
Yeah, oh, I know.
I'm just glad the sheriff still has some capital outlay.
Where did I put down to? I mean, that's a chunk for running one van.
I know that clerk's getting a pretty good chunk of change.
Yeah, no kidding.
I will have it noted that the clerk gave you her leftover funds this year,
She did.
and the treasurer.
That's right.
She did.
We
She
took-
offered it up.
We took that money.
I knew that was good.
As many questions she sits here and asks, you know.
Well, I didn't write down that one, so just be prepared for that.
Be prepared next week, all right?
I guess it's the elections that's really overloaded.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you apply for the grant?
I'm waiting on Brad so I can get,
He's gonna be here today, right?
so.
Yeah.
So I can get my estimates for that, but yes, I'm gonna apply for 2 cameras and 2 fob locks.
He does all that, Bob's in there. That's-
I'm kicking around the thought of downsizing my polling locations.
You had talked about that.
Just trying to figure out where I could center one. I thought about Bucksville Church, but I don't think they have Bucksville. They just have a door. I don't know that. So I was gonna get 2 more machines to have I was gonna get down to 7 machines. And then I would get 2 more machines.
I'll be back.
And that would just make everything so much more secure and efficient. I just gotta find this one.
And who do you want to?
Well, I would like to bring Soldier, Grant, Avery, and Washington. That's where I'm having trouble finding. See, I was gonna try Bucks Grove, that would kind of be a separate
Right.
location.
Yeah.
But I don't know if my poll numbers would want it tonight. Probably not. So I'm gonna have to rethink that. And then I was gonna consolidate Street Creek lighting and then walk it into one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I was gonna pull Denison into the courthouse. Same tax dollars. We have the scanners in all locations, so we'll be able to have the cards at the end of the night when they come in. Run those cards. Put that down on overtime too.
That'd be.
So I just gotta figure out something. I got it all figured out. Just can't think of anything out there anywhere else. That's the only thing I can do for church. Kind of a centralized location.
Sure.
The other thing would be maybe to hold soldiers circle them and hold Delia temple. And I just don't know.
Yeah, I would think you could bring Soldier to circle around these email.
Soldier grant there and then take Avery, Washington, and Hoyt. Hoyt's gonna be my biggest one because I want to consolidate Neda and Hoyt together.
Yeah.
And I just like to have Hoyt's building. Be agreeable with that.
Right. So would you have to kind of double your board down?
I would keep the boards like I have,
That's what I want.
and then I might add an extra person to be like the scanner, operator, watcher, just to make sure that it walked out with anything.
Still do it at the community building.
That makes sense.
Because it would, well, because, excuse me, it would cut my cost on election workers, training, should cut my cost on programming. Ballots, we now have ballots on demand on touchscreens, which I think they're gonna leave, so I might go downsize what I want, and if we had to, we could print it on the machine.
What would your locations be?
Well, I had looked at Bucks Grove, but I don't know that that's gonna work. But I would have Hoyt, Holton, Courthouse, Nanawaka Lighting, and Soldier for sure.
Nothing at Delia, they'd have to come.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Delia, I wanted to use Bucks Grove, but they only have porta potties, I think, and I don't know.
Do they have a way to get into the church too for handicapped? Okay.
It's got all
Well,
handicap accessible.
call Don Ashcraft after Farm Bureau and see what they have.
If I could do that, I would take Soldier Grant Adrian Washington and have them go to the church.
At Bucks Road?
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I think I could probably save some money that way. Make it more efficient.
I'd like to have a little bit of conversation about, so insurance is gonna be coming up.
27, isn't it?
Correct, but having a conversation this year. We haven't had any department head meetings for a long time.
Yeah.
I'd like to maybe schedule one of those, and that be kind of the topic of conversation. Just what the department heads are thinking, and we just haven't had one of those. So I'd like to get one on the books. Schedule that.
Focusing on other things.
I was thinking maybe towards the end of February. We have 23rd. See the last Monday of the department head meeting.
Cheers, Mickey.
Oh, no.
Oh, so you see,
Do you want to do it like at 9:30, right after Scott, so he doesn't have to go and come back?
I think that'd be a good thing. Sure. I'll put that out there now and then reminder in 2 weeks and then,
Okay, but you don't want like juvenile intake or community corrections, you only want the.
We don't need, and Amy doesn't need to come down for clerk reports. I mean, it's anybody that,
It's the insurance.
it is.
yeah, I don't know, we let those, I don't know how we let those slide away.
Yeah, it just,
Like I said, we've gotten busy on other things and just not.
K-Camp next year. I think you might want to look at budget about 550,000. Because we went over what we budgeted this year. I think the payout was 498,000 this year for K-Camp. And I think I only budgeted like 420.
So is that, the insurance expires at the end of 27 or the beginning of 27? Is that, what are we looking at there? I don't remember, I know 27 was said.
Are you talking health insurance?
Yes.
It would be the end of 27.
correct.
Okay.
So having the conversation, having Mary down here, having some conversation about what some options would be, what those options would look like. Also involved in that conversation is we have the authority, and most businesses do this, when people turn 65, require them to take Medicare, Medicare as their primary. And
And now,
that will help when it comes to numbers.
I don't know if, and I'm speaking on myself here, because the union, when we took over our health insurance and Medicare, they switched us over to a Medicare Advantage plan, which Medicare then just sits over here inside and does nothing. It doesn't actually do anything. It's a put your card away, don't use it, don't do nothing because you're on Medicare Advantage plan. So I don't know if, since I took the insurance here too as a secondary, well, this is actually the primary, the Medicare Advantage plan is a secondary. Just so you know.
Yeah, when it's offered to you at a business or at the Blue Cross or whoever you have, it's the primary one and Medicare is
Yes.
the secondary one.
Yeah.
It's a choice.
No,
It's
it's not a choice.
Okay.
It is.
Because Medicare asks you if Right.
It is not a choice, it is a mandatory, your
It used
other
to be that
insurance is
way.
primary.
It used to be that way, but it's not anymore.
That's why I brought that up, because it is not your primary insurance.
Right.
You have both Goodyear,
I've got-
Medicaid, and the county?
You what now?
You have all three?
No, the union insurance, once you hit 65, is switched over to a Medicare Advantage plan.
Okay.
So no, I've only got two.
Which I have county, just single policy, but I have Medicare too. But Medicare comes in as the second one.
Yep, it's secondary.
Well, so let's have those conversations, any way that we can try to.
Yeah, I just want to get that out there as information, but yeah, we
Right.
still need to have a conversation.
Right.
Because I was surprised too. I thought the Medicare would be the primary and this would be the secondary.
And
No,
you're
it's
sure
not.
it's the
That's
end
not
of
the case.
27 and not the beginning of 27 that something else takes over? I mean,
The other thing that we can do that I think we need to take a look at is we offer a single hand
Health insurance.
plan at no cost.
Does it
And I think we need to charge something for that. Because I think there could be some employees who take that because there's no cost that they could do on their wife's or spouse's insurance. And I think that would
But they want to have
put
this
some skin in
discussion.
the game that they're gonna have to pay for a little bit of that.
Hold on. Yeah, we would need something in place for January 1, 28.
So
And we
we've
do
got
have
time, but
juvenile corrections and community corrections that take our insurance. So do you want them included in the meeting? I don't care, I'm just, we get reimbursed through their grant money for them.
Look, we get reimbursed from so.
that would be part of the conversation, I guess, that's fine. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So 23rd, we're gonna set that date then.
For the department heads. And we're gonna start it back up with lunch with commissioners, and unfortunately, we've been getting out of here a lot earlier than lunch.
you know, that's kind of expensive.
Oh, I
I
agree.
mean, we do,
That's fine.
It comes out of the commissioner's
I
fund,
know,
so
but
yeah. I mean, it's a little expensive, but I thought it kind of gave us a little bit of rapport with the, with the offices and the,
I don't think it makes a difference.
okay,
I mean, to your age. I don't care.
okay.
I mean,
All right.
So then also some more conversation then about a couple things, the video and then also the zoning administrator. I've got the zoning administrator job description, I've got some other information, but
And I'd like to point out, I've heard some rumblings in the community about separating them out and this, that, and the other thing.
in what way?
Why are we separating them? And I wanted to say that they were separate offices up until, early 2000s?
I guess I'm trying to understand how it would affect the community.
I don't think it really should. That's what I'm saying, but there's been rumblings that, why are they separating it out? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Well,
Better
it was,
customer service.
yeah, better customer service, and it was two separate departments forever and always until, like I said, I think it was early 2000s, late
Is
90s.
there question more, why do we need somebody to do that job versus why are we separating it out?
Why are we separating it out? And I wanna-
Separating it out, meaning completely out of the office?
Yes, well, no, separating the two
So
offices.
the answer to that is with evaluations, Kate has more on her plate than she can do.
Yes,
And so with zoning, I mean, there's
There's a lot more to it.
There's a lot more to it now than there used to be. But that's what I'm
Somebody
saying,
either
it
worked
was,
it or you'd be hiring another person. I mean,
Would you just transfer them from her office?
well, that's why I think at least one should transfer out of it.
that was
Okay.
my thought process, that we hire an administrator and then transfer somebody out of
Right.
our office to be their
Right.
administrative assistant.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Like I
it's
say, it was two separate offices forever and always. It was not, and I think that one of the reasons that they combined the two is because you could not find a zoning administrator. I know there were several counties, well, the one here was working with Brown County, if I remember correctly, Tom Brown. He was back and forth between here and Brown County. You could not find a zoning administrator.
and you know, way back when, it was in Road and Bridge. Pat
Yeah.
Holden did it,
Yeah,
you know,
Yep.
but there wasn't a lot to it.
it's changed over the years, it's evolved,
It's changed.
so.
I think too, in the explanation of why is it important to separate that at this point is because the zoning officer, zoning administrator, if that job is separated out, will have time to go over our current zoning regs, make recommendations back to the commission that would simplify or change for the better for the community. Right now, Kate just doesn't have that.
Yeah. That's a luxury of time.
Right.
No. Nope.
No, and if that's their office and that's what they're dealing with, and that person walks in, you know, then that's what's on their mind is just the zoning and not every other thing or, yeah, I think customer service is,
And sometimes I think if you're under the gun working on valuations, your only goal is to get them out of the office as quick as possible. And that's not, and I don't say that in the sense that they just don't really have any choice at this point in time because of their workload.
Yeah.
And so having an administrator who can spend time with people, explain
that's
revitalization,
exactly right.
spend time making sure that, you know, I go back to Justin. Justin would spend time figuring out the best way for someone to get done what they need to do. Let me help you with that, that type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, she wouldn't have to go to any of the zoning meetings anymore. That would be that person's.
What kind of salary does she have as a zoning person? You know,
I don't know that it's broken out.
is it not broken out?
It's
Oh,
just
okay,
got a lump sum.
really? Oh,
I think you're going to be in that 40 to 60, depending on experience, if I had to guess.
I mean, but we have to adjust it, right? We take it away
I
from
don't
pay.
think you would, but I don't know.
Signed
That's
a
a
contract with her already. I said you've already signed a contract.
Right.
And that's got zoning in it?
It's just I'd have to go back and look at the contract exactly how it's titled, but I think it's an appraiser's contract.
Yeah, it's a producer's contract.
I don't believe it's broke out into two
It's not
different.
broke out.
Assist and give feedback to the board and planning commission in developing, editing ordinances for the county. That's the important piece that we're missing right now. Okay. You know,
Yeah, and that zoning person needs to know, have revitalization figured out
right.
and know exactly, right.
And once the application is filled out, then it goes to the state, and that's where it'll end up. And then their office will be responsible for getting future documentation out.
Right.
But, I mean,
Get what?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I didn't think it was gonna print, so.
I'll just look at Linda's, I don't really.
Or you can send it to me, email or whatever. whatever.
And this goes between. So, because this salary band is based on your clerk and election, Lisa and auto.
Yeah, it doesn't break down.
No,
It does,
but
in
it's,
a way,
it's,
the duties of the zoning administrator shall be in accordance, no, not that, where's that? The duties of zoning administrator and administrative duties of contracted mapping shall also be included in as part of this contract, and no separate compensation shall be made to the appraiser for the same. So it does break it out, but it's breaking it out, there is no separate compensation for the zoning administration duties that she is performing.
Thoughts?
Well, we need to get, if we're doing this, we need to get busy and get that out here. Here we are we budgeted for that?
I think the conversation was we would have the money to take care of it for however many months we had that person for this year and we would budget for it.
That's, okay, that's what I was thinking, so, okay. So you said you had a job description and qualifications and everything?
Yeah, you
Did you
said-
pick that off the website, or?
This one is out of Michigan.
Okay.
You replace township with county, you replace
Yeah.
Michigan with Kansas. But it just walks through some basic things. One of them that we've talked about is that that individual would be going through these regulations and then coming back and saying, okay, Commissioner, I've researched this. Here's what I think we can do to make this process a better process. Or we need to change this to make it better for the county, better for the community, whatever that.
Yeah.
Which we're not necessarily getting that now because of the right.
I wondered, if Kansas Association of Counties would have a
They may,
qualifications list, or qualifications for a zoning administrator. I don't know if they would or not.
the quality, that I don't know. Now, the Appraisers Association may help in possible recruits for people.
every looked up Shawnee County has a person.
Because I don't know what the qualifications would have to be for a zoning administrator. That's why I don't know if the Association of Counties would be able to help us with that.
This, I can forward this.
What does Justin with Kate upstairs do?
This annual salary across the United States is
Yeah.
$55.85.
That,
I said you can see the match.
I don't know, I just wondered what he gets paid upstairs.
More than you expected downstairs.
Huh?
More than you expected downstairs, but Christie probably. I can forward this to
Yeah,
you.
go ahead and do that. I'd like to see that.
I'll send it to Christie.
Yeah.
That way there's no communication violation.
You're the middleman again, Kristen. Middlewoman. Sorry.
The one, the middle one is really really the one I think that's gonna give you the most information of what that you would be looking for. Responsibilities, expectations, qualifications, kind of what it came up with.
Okay,
Send it to you tomorrow.
And there may be a couple of bullet points that don't necessarily line up to us. They have 5 people working under 4 plus Kate.
Yes.
Terry, Kate, are
Amanda,
Second.
she worked for us.
Because Amanda's the newest.
Would you ask him whether Justin maybe would be interested in that?
I was curious what he meant.
And he gets around running.
I want to say it's like 23 hours an hour. I have to look for sure.
I feel like he
Just estimated.
somebody who's kind of familiar with it.
Can you tell me what Justin makes mistakes? Do you have a computer problem? Oh, definitely. Is it 20?
Because, you know, just like the portable buildings, we never did decide really a size, and that's not in writing anywhere. And, you know, you can't just do that.
We think it's 23, 24. That'll work.
Which figures out how much a year.
24
As Dan's sitting there, he'd already popped that off, so you need to start picking up on this.
I'm so sorry.
49,920.
You need to start picking up on this, right?
Perfect, thank you.
24.
You could just pick up your phone and call him. Did you ever figure out where he got to be city manager at?
I think valid.
Really? Do you know, I went out there and listened to their last meeting, and there's nothing out there that is,
City council.
yeah, indicates that there's any,
Really?
yeah.
So I think, you know, depending on somebody's qualifications and their ability,
Well, he may trade at $24.
so
It would be 49,920, yeah.
we probably have to sweeten that just a little bit.
Then we'll have more benefits for that.
But there's also, I think there's other possibilities too. So, Christie, is there anything that you would add? I mean, did you read through those qualifications? It'd be the middle, probably the middle ones. It says something about Michigan on it.
So there is a group on Kansas Association of Counties, county planning and zoning officials.
Yeah, and Jay may have a connection, get good job description already
Yeah,
together.
So they would be the ones that, at that time, would explain the revitalization plan and have them fill out.
Here's your document, here's your paperwork, here's how you fill it out, here's how it affects you. Here's the timeline. That whole timeline thing. It's so it's just confusing. If you start by this date, but you're not done by this date, it could affect you because of that date. But if you go after that date, then most people, let's just say you have a year from the time you fill it out, or you have 18 months from the time you fill it out. Not anything changes. You know what I mean. I can't even explain it because it's so confusing. And that may require us to change our resolution or whatever, but to me, making it simpler so people know, if you turn it in, 3 months into the year and you're done and you live, you will not get your notice till the following year so that you get a full year back, and that's when it starts. If that's what it's going to be.
Maybe do it like you do taxes, and you have to have whatever you have at the beginning of January 1, and if it's not, then it doesn't go on until the next year. And you'll start your first year that following year.
Yeah, I say whatever you start, you have X number of months to get the job, the rebuild or the new build done.
yeah, I agree with that.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
Because then people go, oh, okay, I know I got 18 months to get this done. Great.
Rather than I started it in December, so now I only have 6,
Right.
whatever. So, okay, I'm going to post on KAC site, does KAC or any county have a qualification list for a zoning administrator?
Job description.
Job description.
Yeah.
You want me to ask other counties what they have?
I think that's good. Yeah. What do they have for job description?
And I have sent feelers out on possibly an IT company for
Thank you.
27.
Okay, so I'll post that because I added more job description. So we'll see if I get any answer back. So. Okay.
Yeah, I still feel believe that if we hired an administrator, I don't want them to feel like they're under somebody else. Let's get them in their own office. Let's get them their own space and freedom to work. They would still have access to the software and stuff upstairs, so that they want to log in. I mean, that's easy enough to do. And I think part of this is going to require us to have some more conversation with Kate. If you have a recommendation on changing the salary.
Yeah, but it's a contract, we can't. I mean,
Not this year.
Well, I don't believe
No,
that
but
we're
it
going to have that
goes-
conversation until 29
It goes
because
till
of the way
29.
the contract's written.
and we raised that salary because she wanted it to equal Christie's and Lisa's, and I went along with it because I thought, okay, she included the $2,000 that Christie was getting for budget, which to me was not really salary, but I wasn't thinking that we wouldn't do anything with salaries, so I thought, well, theirs will be adjusted when we do budget, but then we can do that, which is fine, but it
So the
still
goal,
kind of bothers me.
so the goal maybe by next week we have some more information to bring back. Possibly looking at trying to get this posted in February sometime,
Yeah, I think so.
and
I have to talk to Kate some more.
having some more conversation with Kate. But you're right, I don't think we can change the contract that we currently have. We just have to eat that and it's strictly what it is.
Well, like I say, what is specifically spelled out in there that she is not taking any extra compensation for zoning. Pretty much wraps it up right there.
So. Okay.
But she still should, and since it's contract, she still should have to be available to help.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think she'd have a problem with that. I mean, depending on who we hire, but yeah, I think she'll bend over backwards to help whoever be successful. I would hope. So,
Got anything else on your list? Insurance is a big one, we gotta start having conversations on.
yeah, we
And I'm in agreement that we need to start it sooner than later. I don't wanna get caught with our hands down.
Does like KC still have like
do.
their,
Then I had it when I was up in the clerk's office signing bills, I had a conversation with Mary. I think Mary is also on top of this, and I think she needs to be the lead on it.
Yeah, she needs to be the lead person on that, because I think she's got the contacts and the understanding that we didn't have.
Aaron Allen was very appreciative of the information. He talked to her the other day. They're hiring I think some sort of administrator for the fairgrounds, and they weren't sure how to do it. Some employee questions, and I said, I got you some coaching for you.
Yeah.
So he really appreciated that. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. Was there anything else we talked about the other day? I mentioned. Yeah, maybe.
Non-personnel employee performance.
I was going to say contract negotiation, but I think if we have I'd move that we go into executive session for 15 minutes for contract negotiations. Start at 11:10, 15 minutes, resume this room. Possible people to put under contract.
second it?
Okay, so probably moving second, go into executive session for contract negotiations for possible hiring.
Correct.
Okay, start at 11:10, 15 minutes, board and clerk, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign, motion carries.
We're going to go over the
That's right.
stuff with them, and I had a really good conversation with one building.
Yeah.
And explained to him what we're trying to do, but I really like that. That's a great idea. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to go ahead and set a date for the last, what is it, 5 or 6 townships?
We can. I just didn't get it done next month,
Commissioner's office now?
so we got plenty of time to get it out to them. Do it on the 23rd.
Yes. It'll be over in Memorial Hall.
Let me take a look at
Memorial Hall.
the map here.
Used to be the old extension room.
So we
Yep.
would have,
Be in the northwest corner.
Garfield,
Yeah, that's it.
I thought Garfield's already included in this one.
is it? Okay. So it'd be
I think it's Adrian,
Cedar,
They're-
no, not Adrian. Washington West, Washington East, Lincoln,
Well, I
Lincoln,
think they just
Cedar,
want
Douglas, and Douglas.
thoughts from people in those
Oh,
townships, they would wanna be put on a board, like an advisory board. It's just gonna kind of be a back and forth talk.
Adrian wouldn't be involved in that. We already did Adrian.
Yeah, no, so I skipped Adrian.
You want to be
Yeah.
on this board.
So it's Grant. Five of them?
Let me look here.
We'll tell them to get it done before Friday night and Saturday. Oh, I'm sure, that's when they wait. That's good.
Washington, Lincoln, Douglas, Cedar.
No, we're not on the website. Unless I missed it.
6 o'clock.
Okay, Netawaka, Whiting, Straight Creek, Liberty, Jefferson, Soldier, Grant, Garfield, and Franklin is what we're doing this time. Because we've already done Banner and Adrian.
If there's,
Yeah,
if there's enough people, it usually lasts around an hour.
But
So-
it'd be the Washington, Lincoln, Douglas, and Cedar.
yes. Okay.
Correct, yeah. This is Christie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I think that's kind of what they're wanting to voice tonight. Right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the comments that they're looking for tonight, you know, just ideas and.
It might be next week, if you got stuff lined up this week too. Or I get a chance to talk to them. But,
Well, I think they'll all three be there tonight, so you can, I think they'll all three be there tonight, so you can give them your ideas. Worth a shot. It's worth a shot. Makes for good times. Yeah, I know that's been a discussion, so. Well, it's 6 o'clock tonight if you can make it. Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. It just kind of depends on how many. I think the first one we had maybe 20 people out. The second one we just had a few out because it was a smaller township. I'm hoping for at least 20 tonight. I have, yeah.
What's that?
The CM's cracked.
Been,
It's been that way for a while.
Really?
Yeah. It's,
All right, YouTubers. Bye.
good drinks.
Yes.
all
Gonna
right.
try to come tonight.
He lives on the highway.
Have anything else come for us today?
Maybe not.
Christie?
Nope, I think I asked one more question.
All right. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, it's properly moved and seconded to adjourn this meeting. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We'll see you all tonight.
Thanks and taxes
Oh, the truck.
Suppose it was warmed up out there.
It's cold, I don't like this.
It could be.
Like tomorrow's supposed to be the warmest day of the week.
Yeah.
Thursday's supposed to be low, we're in Friday bottoms